Okay, good evening, everybody. If you guys can hear me, then just type hi in the chat. Type hi in the chat if you can hear me. So if you can hear me right now, type hi in the chat. If you guys can hear me, then type hi in the chat. Type hi. Okay, awesome. So now in yesterday's session, or in the previous session, I showed you how to attract ready-to-buy customers daily. Okay. Then the day before that, on day one, I showed you how to find digital products that are selling like crazy using either Stake Cut or Seller. Okay. Now, on day two, I showed you what to do once you've found your digital product and when you've clicked your link, when you've copied your link. Okay. So I showed you the strategy that you use where you make videos, and then in your video, at the end of the video, you tell them that if they want to get the product, they click the link in your bio or on your video to do that. Okay. So I showed you that strategy in day two. Now today, which is day three, I'll show you how to actually get your videos, to go viral and how you can get attention. Okay. So I'll be teaching you the strategy on how I went viral 3 times in 1 week. Okay. Because you need to be able to get attention and get views and engagement in order for you to be able to get people to actually click on that affiliate link and that product link in your bio. Okay. Then tomorrow I'll show you how to make faceless videos. Then finally on day 5 I'll show you how to put everything together and how to make your first 50k in 48 hours. Okay. Now, why do I need attention? Okay. Well, the reason you need attention is because when you create attention grabbing content, you will be able to direct those people to your link. Okay. And the more link clicks you get, the more sales you will get. It's as simple as that, right? You need people to click on that link and buy that digital product that you chose on day 1. Okay. So you use your content to get attention, right? Which is like getting views and engagement. And then the more attention you get, the more people are going to be clicking your link. And, the more people who click your link, the more sales you get. So for every 100 link clicks, you usually get about 5 to 10% of them to buy. Okay. So let's assume now you get a viral video that gets 30,000 views, right? And out of those 30,000 views, just 1% of them click. That's still 300 clicks. So imagine if you get 300 clicks and you get 5% of those people who click to buy, that's 15 sales of your digital product from just one video. And that's worst case scenario. What if 10% click? So what if 10% buy, sorry? Or what if 20% buy? All right. So now how can you get people's attention? There are only 2 ways to get people's attention on social media: organic or with paid ads. Okay. Now I use both of these methods. I started with this. Currently I use this, and I'll tell you why. So organic is free, right? You don't have to spend any money. It's free, but it's slow and inconsistent. Okay. You might get, you might have to post like 5 or 10 or 20 videos before you finally get the one video that goes viral. Okay. And, it's like that can take some time. Sometimes you get lucky and, you post 20 videos in your first week and it goes viral. Some other times, it can take longer, right? But there are strategies you can use to make it less inconsistent and, to make it a little bit less slow, which is what I'll be teaching you today. But in general, organic is free, but it's inconsistent and sometimes slow. Then you have paid ads, which is very fast and it's consistent, but it's not free. You have to pay TikTok for them to boost that post, or you have to pay Instagram for them to boost it, or you have to pay YouTube or Twitter or whichever platform it is for them to boost it. Okay. So both of these methods work. Both of them work very, very well. So which one you do depends on how fast you want to get results and whether you have a budget or not. Okay. So now in today's session, I'll be showing you how to get attention the organic way. So I'll be showing you this. I'll be showing you how to get it the organic way, which is free, but sometimes a bit slow and inconsistent. But in general, it still works. And when you can get this to work very, very, very well, you will never have to spend any money in order to be able to make sales. Okay. All right, and then on day 5, out for the people who are impatient and who just want to get results now. On day 5, I'll show you how to do that with paid ads. Okay, now, let's get into it. All right, so what I'm going to be showing you now is I'm going to be basically letting you steal my 10 million naira per month content strategy. Okay, for selling digital products in 2025. All right, so if you guys are still following so far, type following. If you're still following so far, just type following. If you can hear me and you're still following, then type following, okay? I want to see you guys type following in the chat. Okay, perfect. So let me show you my 10 million naira per month content strategy, okay? So here's how you can create content that grabs attention. All right. So now, if you don't grab people's attention within the first 3 seconds of your content, then they simply won't watch your content, right? Because people have very short attention spans. People don't have massive attention spans, right? People, if you think about it, when you're on TikTok, most times you just scroll through videos, right? You might see a video and you take 2 or 3 seconds to look at it. If it's not interesting to you, you scroll past. And that's exactly how 99% of people are on TikTok or on Instagram or even on any social media, right? You have 3 seconds, highest 4 or 5 seconds to grab their attention. And if you don't, they will scroll past, okay? And without them watching your video, you can't get, let me change this. You can't get link clicks, which means you can't make sales, right? So you need to be getting people's attention so that you can get link clicks and get sales. And that's why it's so important to master the art of grabbing attention. All right. And the easiest way to do this is by using something in marketing that we call hooks, right? So in marketing, we have a term that we call hooks. All right. Now, I'll explain this. It's not the same thing as the slang word hooks. No, it's it's literally a marketing term, right? So a hook is a short sentence that's designed to be attractive, and basically it's designed to be so attractive that it grabs the viewer's attention immediately and stops the person from scrolling to the next video. Okay, so that's what a hook is. It's like one sentence, a short sentence that's designed to be so attractive that it grabs the viewer's attention immediately and stops the person from scrolling to the next video. Okay, now the best hooks use human psychology to make people stop scrolling. Now let me teach you my 4 different types of hooks. Okay, so here are my 4 types of hooks that I love using. You have negative hooks, trending topic hooks, controversial hooks, and numeric hooks. Okay, so let me go and start with negative hooks. So for some reason, people always stop to read negative news, okay? Or people always stop to listen to negative gist, okay? It's one of the best ways to grab attention immediately. Think about it. On TikTok, you can see somebody make a post, like a normal post, and that post may not go viral. But if somebody makes a post talking about something bad that's happened, or how they were scammed, or how they were robbed, or how, something like that happened, the video gets millions and millions of views, right? Because negativity always makes people stop. They will stop and they will pay attention to it. Whether they want gist or whether they want to learn how to avoid what happened to you, whatever it is, they will stop and they will stop scrolling and they will pay attention, okay? So for example, if you make a video that says, how I lost 250K from trading, that's a very short and simple hook, right? If your video starts by saying something like that, like how I lost 250K from Forex trading, people are going to stop because they want to listen, they want to pay attention and think, how did this person get scammed? So imagine you're selling a digital product that's in the wealth niche, right? Maybe a crypto course or a video editing course, and you want to tell people that, video editing is better than Forex. If you make a video that says something like, here's how I lost 250K from Forex trading, or here's how I was scammed of 200K when I was trying to learn Forex trading, or something like that, it's a negative hook and it's going to grab attention immediately. Okay. Now, obviously, I'm not telling you to go and lie in your content. There's ways that you can use hooks without having to lie and say something that didn't happen to you. No, like I'm just giving you an example right now. If you haven't lost 250K from trading, then obviously you wouldn't use this hook. You would tweak it. Maybe you talk about somebody else, who lost that money, or maybe you can speak about how, somebody on TikTok was complaining about losing money from trading. But basically, you can use this as a hook since it's negative, right? Now, also, let's say you're in the relationship niche, okay? Let's say you're in the relationship niche, selling a digital product that teaches women how to find out if their husband is cheating, right? You could say, here's how I found out my husband was cheating on me, right? So now imagine if you have a digital product that teaches women how to clone their husband's WhatsApp, right? This would be such a good hook to grab their attention, for your content, okay? So negative hooks are one of the types of hooks you can use, okay? Now the second type, which is very, very common and which I use a lot, is trending topic hooks, okay? Now, one of the fastest ways to grow on social media and gain attention very quickly is to use hooks related to trending topics, okay? So people who have heard about the topic or who are searching for it will immediately stop scrolling to listen. I'll give you an example. I don't know if any of you guys know Nunu on TikTok. I don't know if any of you guys know her. Basically, Nunu is like a content creator on TikTok, right? So there was a time, I think it was last year or the year before, I can't remember, but there was a time when she went viral on TikTok because people were saying that her wig business, like her wig selling business, that her wigs are very bad and low quality, okay? So every video that spoke about Nunu was going viral, and I noticed that. So what did I do? I made a video. Where I was like, here's, I said something like, this girl scammed so and so amount of people, and here's how you can learn from it, right? Or I think the hook was, here's how you can learn from Nunu's 100 million naira mistake. I think it was something like that. I can't really remember, but yes, I used the situation that was trending as content, as a hook, right? So I'll give you some examples. So for you guys here who know crypto, there was a time that Binance got banned in Nigeria and the news was viral, it was everywhere. So imagine if you're selling a crypto course and you say something like, Binance has been banned in Nigeria and here's what you can learn from this. It would grab the attention of everybody who's interested in crypto, right? Same thing with, let's say you're selling a relationship course or some sort of marriage course, right? You could use like a trending topic. Like if Davido is trending for the 1 millionth time, you could say Davido cheated on his pregnant wife. Here's 2 things all married women should learn from this. Assuming that that's something that's trending and has happened, right? So, those are trending topic hooks, okay? Now, let's talk about controversial hooks. These ones also do very, very well, but not everybody has the stomach to create controversial content. But I love it. I do it all the time, but for newbies, not everybody has the stomach for it, but I will still teach you it anyway. Now, with this type of hook, the goal is to take a common belief or opinion and then say the opposite of it. Okay? So you think of something that you always hear people saying. Imagine if you say the opposite of it. It will be very controversial, right? So, for example, like let's say maybe, I once saw a video on TikTok, right? You know how people are always talking about leaving the country, Japa, going abroad to get better jobs and all of that stuff, right? So then there was a guy who made a video where he was like, you don't have to Japa from Nigeria to get a good job. So that's very controversial because people are going to think, what's this guy talking about? Of course you have to leave Nigeria to get a very good job. What does this guy mean? And he was like, no, you don't have, he was like, you don't have to leave Nigeria to get a foreign job. You can get foreign jobs in Nigeria. And lo and behold, in his bio, he was selling a freelancing course. Okay. So when you make controversial when you use controversial hooks, some people will find it controversial, while others will actually agree with you. But either way, they will comment and engage, which will boost your post to more and more people and get you more attention, okay? So whether they're commenting positively or negatively, they are commenting, and that's the goal you're trying to achieve. That's why people like Cider Bot, she doesn't give a damn if people are commenting saying, oh, you're a fool, you're stupid. She doesn't care, because as you're commenting on her page, you're boosting her video in the algorithm. As you're liking her video, as you're watching her video, whether you agree or not, you're boosting it in the algorithm, which is getting more people to see it, which is getting more people to click on her link in her bio, right? And actually, click on her link or purchase the product she's being paid to promote. So it's beneficial to her. So that's why she doesn't care if you guys are hating on her. She doesn't care if her in fact, she literally works her ass off to make her content controversial, right? Because the more controversy in her content, the more attention she gets. The more attention she gets, the more money she makes. Which is why she's a young girl in her early 20s with like a Benz and like I think she has like 2 cars, Whereas people who are commenting on her videos and saying rubbish don't have anything, right? So that's exactly why these people go ahead and do this. So for example, people are always, let me give you an example here of certain hooks. Now, something I want to say before I give you these examples is you should always make sure that your hook for your content is related to your niche. Don't just go and say random stuff, okay? So let's say now somebody is making content about relationships let's say somebody is selling a digital product about how to find the perfect partner, how to find the perfect wife, or how to find the perfect husband. Then this hook right here might make sense, because if you say something like Mohbad's wife shouldn't do a DNA test and here's why, you will grab the attention of people who are interested in relationship topics, okay? Another one, again, is crypto. So let's say you're in the wealth niche and selling a wealth-related course. You could say all crypto traders are scammers and I can prove it, right? That's very controversial because obviously not everyone that's doing crypto is a scammer, right? Then then let's say you're doing relationship content. You could say, if you're a broke man, here's why you should stop looking for love. So these are all types of hooks that are controversial and go viral. And then here, the last one we have is numeric hooks. Now, numeric hooks are the ones I always use when I can't think of any good hook, or when my brain is like, frozen and I can't think of anything. I always use numeric hooks. Why? Because people love to learn by using numbers and lists. Okay. So if you can make a hook that uses numbers, you will attract people's attention easily. Think about how many times you see content where the person is like 9 ways to do this, 7 ways to do that, 4 places you should find, or 4 places where you can take nice pictures in Abuja, 3 places where you can go on a first date. They do that because numbers, like content that has numbers, almost always goes viral if you do the content well and your content actually educates people and gives value. Okay, so for example, let's say I'm selling a digital product that teaches people how to make money from real estate. Okay, then I could have content where my hook says 3 mistakes people make when buying land in Lagos. Okay, another hook for another product could be 7 costly mistakes Nigerians make when relocating to Canada. Another one could be 7 things every mom ought to teach their kids before it's too late. This would be a great one for someone who's selling the homeschooling course on Snake Cards. Okay, so these are all the different types of hooks I like to use: negative hooks, trending topic hooks, controversial hooks, and numeric hooks. Okay, all right. So now let me show you some examples of hooks. Okay, so let's go over to TikTok. So let me try and search something. Okay, so let's go to this guy's page again, Victory DM, because this guy has really good content. He knows exactly what he's doing. Okay, so let me use this video here.
5 ways to get paid online.
So 5 ways to get. Now, you guys, which hook would you say she's using?
5 ways to get paid online.
type on the chat of all the hooks I just mentioned. She said 5 ways to get paid online. So which one do you think she's using? Is she using numeric, controversial, trending, or negative? Type it in the chat. If you think it's negative, type negative. If you think it's trending, type trending. If you think it's controversial, type controversial. If you think it's numeric, type numeric. I want to see it in the chat. Type the one you think she's using. Type it, okay? So let me show you again. This is the video.
5 ways to get paid online. 5 ways to get paid online. 5 ways to get paid online.
Come on, guys, this is easy. Obviously, she's using numeric hooks, right? She's telling people 5 ways they can get paid online. So do you guys see what I'm saying right now? When you scroll and you watch content, you just think the content is interesting. You just assume that, oh, they just made random content and by luck they got viral. This video got 46,000 views. It's not by luck. It's not by luck at all. It's genuinely because this content creator knows exactly what to do to grab attention. So you can see here.
And the right skills for it. Look
later in the video, she promotes a
from the
product.
Internet. If you're interested in that, click on the internet. I'll recommend you get the Digital Skills Toolkit.
So you can see she promotes the Digital Skills Toolkit. So guys, come on, this stuff is easy. Anybody can do this, right? You make content, you grab attention, you then direct them to your digital product. Simple. And that's exactly what she does, right? So she used a numeric hook to grab your attention. Then at the end of the video, she's telling people that, they can get the Digital Skills Toolkit and, that you should click the link below or in her bio to get it. It's really straightforward, okay? Let me find another example.
5 ways to get paid online and the right skills for it.
So you can see this is another one that's very similar by the same person. Okay.
This is Samsung S24 Ultra. It costs about 2.5 million naira right now. This is my Samsung Tab.
Okay. Let me try and find another piece of content. My network is kind of slow right now. Okay, let me try and find something else altogether. So I've shown you one example. Let me try and show you another one for video editing. Okay, so let's see. So let's look at this content here.
I've been editing videos for the past 8 years, and here's everything that I would do if I were to learn video editing from scratch all over again.
Okay, so he said, I've been doing video editing for the past however many years. Here's what I would do if I wanted to learn video editing again from scratch. Okay, so this was a little bit longer. It was 6 seconds, but he's basically teaching people something. He's giving value, right? So he's telling them step by step what he would do if he wanted to learn video editing again from scratch. Okay, so there's actually more types of hooks aside from just these ones, right? But I just showed you my four best ones that I always use when I want to try and go viral. But this particular hook he's using is called a educational hook, where he's teaching how to do something. So how to do this, how to do that. That is also a type of hook, like a educational hook. Okay, so let me try and find another video. You can see how to do this. This is another. You can see here, that's the type of hook that this same guy was using. How to, right? But let me try and find another video. My network is really slow right now, but let's see. Okay, so let's try and look at this one here. So how to do this intro on CapCut.
Do that intro in CapCut. Let's go. We go into CapCut.
So she's giving value and she's teaching people how to do something, right? Now these are the types of hooks people are using in this particular niche. Okay, they're teaching people how to do something. Now, there was another video that I saw here before that was explaining to people how they can make money from video editing, right? And the person had a hook that said something like, if you're still, I think he said, if you're still broke in 2025, then you're just lazy, something like that. Now, that was a controversial hook, right? Because it's designed to make someone feel angry, right? Because they'll think, no, I'm not lazy. I'm just not making money, you know? So then they'll watch the video to try and learn how they can make money. And in the video, he mentioned video editing, okay? So let me see if I can find another one. I'll try and find just one more example. I've shown you 2 videos from Victory, 1 video from video editing. So I'll show you one more video to try and see if I can give you another example. Okay, let's see. Oh, I like this one. This is good. This is from Ray.
These are 3 solid paying niches that can help you to make over $1 million monthly.
So you see what she did? She said these are 3 solid paying niches that can help you to make over $1 million monthly. And look at how many views she got here, 134. Don't think that this girl goes viral by accident. She knows exactly what she's doing. This is a numeric hook, okay? Let's go on her page so I can actually show you something, because first of all, she has a ton of followers because her content consistently keeps going viral, right? Look at this. This post here says 4 types of businesses you can start with just 10,000 naira. Okay, it got 500k views. This one here, let's click on this one and see the hook here. Network doesn't want to work. Let me try and open it again.
As I promised you guys, today is day 1 and we are officially starting today. And now, before we get into day 1, there's something that I want.
Okay, now this is part of a series, so it doesn't really count. I'll try and find another example. Let me try and find a hook that's not numeric. She likes to use lots of numeric hooks. Here she's saying 5 solid things. So let me try and find something else. Okay, this one here. What does this one say? Let me try and open it again.
Girls that I can never be friends with, even if you pay me $5,000 every single week. And today I'm gonna give you guys some of these girls. So girl number 1, whenever you
okay, so this is she's using numbers here, right? But this is kind of like a controversial hook that she used. Although I don't think this particular content is selling anything though. So I don't really know if you can use this as an example. Okay, I think I can see what she's doing here. Because number 5 says unambitious girls. Okay, I think I see what she's doing. She will then mention that she can't be friends with unambitious people, people who don't like to make their own money, who don't want to be bosses, blah, blah, blah. All right, so let's see what she says.
Guys don't want to work, they don't want to do anything. You ask them, do you want to
Good, you see what I'm saying? I think you guys can see what she's doing here, right? So she made a video talking about the types of people she can't be friends with. At the end, she says she can't be friends with unambitious people, people who don't want to start a business, who don't want to make money, blah, blah, blah. And at the end, she'll probably talk about her freelancing stuff. So you see, it's really smart, right? And it worked because 233,000 views, okay? So yeah, and most of her content is about remote work. And, you know, she has a course that teaches people how to make money from working remotely as a virtual assistant. So there you go. And she's making a ton of money from that stuff, and she's incredibly intelligent. So now when you're making your content, there's some things you need to do. So there's 7 things you need to do in your content. So I just mentioned the hook, right? The first thing is the hook, which is just basically something that you can say in your first sentence to grab attention. Then in your video, you can talk about the problem. So let's say now I'm making content where I say to people, here's 5 types of businesses you can start in 2025 to make your first million. That's my hook, right? Now I'll mention the problem that they're facing. So I'll be like, if you don't have a business in 2025, you're going to really struggle to survive in Nigeria. That's the problem, right? Now I'm going to explain why the problem is bad. I will say something like, if you're in Nigeria and you're not, or like, I'll say something like, we all know how the country is. Nigeria is getting harder and harder each day. And if you are just waiting to, I'll say Nigeria is getting harder and harder every day. And if you're waiting for the government to make things better for you, that's never going to happen, right? So you need to learn ways that you need to start a business, right? You need to start a business that can help you to make more money, blah, 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 right? I'm just thinking off the top of my head right now, but you guys get the point. Then I would mention the solution, which is my digital product. Okay, so I'd be like, one of the best skills you can learn, or one of the best businesses you can start right now is crypto. Or one of the best businesses you can start right now is freelancing as a video editor, right? And then I'll tell them, and that's why I put together the video editing masterclass, right? Which is my product, okay? And then I'll briefly tell them what they're going to get in my product, right? So I'll tell them, in the video editing masterclass, you're going to learn exactly how to make professional videos using your smartphone, right? And then I'll tell them the price. I'll be like, most video editing courses cost about 20,000 naira or more, but I don't want to charge a lot because I know that it would, make you not want to buy, blah, blah, blah. So that's the reason why my course is going for just 2,000 naira or 3,000 naira or 5,000 naira. So you'd mention the price. Then at the end, you now tell them what to do next. We call it a CTA. CTA is call to action. You have to tell people what to do next. Otherwise, they will not do it, right? And it's kind of funny because you would think that people would have common sense to just click the link in your bio, but they don't. You have to tell them, if you want to get this product, or if you want to get the video editing masterclass, click the link on this video or the link in my bio, okay? So that's what you would always do. You can say, click the link below this video or the link in my bio to get it today, or to get it for just 3,000 naira, right? And that's exactly what you would do. Once you do that, if this video goes viral and people watch the whole video till the end, they will click on the link in your bio or the link on your video, and some of them will purchase, okay? So this is what you say in your video, okay? This is the structure of your video. Now, so now that I've covered all of that, here's what I want you to do as your assignment, okay? So I want you to find 5 videos in your niche on TikTok, okay? So let's say your niche is video editing. Search video editing, right? And then, or you can search like how to learn video editing, right? Just imagine you are the customer who is going to buy your product. Search things that people would search in order to be able to find your videos, right? And then you can look at them and find 5 videos that have lots of engagement, lots of views, lots of likes and stuff like that, okay? So find 5 videos in your niche on TikTok that have more than 50,000 views, okay? Then I want you to write down the exact hook that these people used in their videos. So if you pick, for example, this video or this one, write down exactly what they said in their hook. The hook is the first the first sentence. Okay, so the first 3 to 5 or 3 to 6 seconds of the video, write down what they say in the hook, okay? That's what I want you to do. That way you can study other people's videos, so you'll get a really good idea of what type of content you need to be making, okay? And then I want you to recreate 3 of those videos. So if you find 5, just recreate 2 or 3 of those videos, okay? Because if you recreate these videos, you'll be able to see, like how the process goes of how to actually create a video for yourself, okay? And you will have a video that has already gone viral that you can use as your guideline, okay? So that's what I want you to do. It's very simple. 3 things. Find 5 videos in your niche on TikTok, copy the links to those videos or screenshot them, then write down the exact hook that they use in their video. So you can use this website I'm using right now. It's called Google Docs. It's free. you can download the app and you can write down the exact hook that they use in that video, okay? And then you can recreate that type of video. You can record it on your phone using the TikTok app or using your camera app. You know, you don't have to do that tonight, by the way. So these first two, you can do them before tomorrow's class because it won't take you longer than 1 hour to do that. For the third one, to make your own video, like to recreate the video, you can do that. You can take about 3 or 4 days to do that. Okay, you don't have to do it immediately. But these first two, I would like you to do them tonight. Once you've done them, screenshot them and send them to the group, to the VIP group, or you can write down the hook in your notes or with Google Docs and then send me the link to that or send a screenshot to the group as well. Okay, that's your assignment for tonight. Now in tomorrow's class, I'll be showing you how to create faceless content. Okay, and also I'll be sending a video to the group tonight that will show you how I edit my videos on TikTok so that you will know exactly how you can edit videos. Okay. All right. So with that being said, thanks for watching and joining tonight's session. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay.